All right, Shalom. Let you all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and to all the sincere came out their personal truth and sincerity. This is Brother Vanya from GMS, Wisconsin. And, we just went over the lesson. Many are called, but few are chosen. And, a lot of people get called into this profession, this work, but only few get chosen, And without further ado, I'm going to dive right into the scripture. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 3. A forward thought separated from the Most High. It's like a forward thought separated from the Most High and His power when it is tried and reprove the unwise. So, going to the word forward means to turn against, perverse, disobedient, difficult, and that's the mindset of, the average nigga, or, the mindset of these regular people, that forward thought and, perverse. It's verse 4. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. Look up that word malicious. This is malicious from the old etymology dictionary. It says to showing ill will, spiteful, wicked, malicious, badness, bad, unpleasant. So you wicked niggas, you wicked people. The Lord ain't finna let wisdom reside in you. He ain't finna deal with you like that. For unto a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter. Right? So if you got a spiteful heart, a spiteful mind, ill will, just unpleasant, period, wisdom shall not enter into you, shall not enter in, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. So are you even thinking it? For the Holy Spirit is disciplined when it will flee deceit and remove from the thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide and abide when unrighteousness shall come. For wisdom is more loving, wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquaint with a blasphemer of his word. Yeah, like I said, having no dealings, with wickedness or, spiteful person or perverse. For the Most High is a witness. It's like wisdom is a loving spirit and will not acquaint with the blasphemer of his word. For the Most High is a witness of its reins, a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue. It's talking about this word. For the Spirit of the Lord filleth the world, and that which containeth all things had knowledge of his voice. Therefore, he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid. You know, he that speaketh unrighteous things shall not be hid. You know, because it's coming out that a lot of these so-called Israelite groups, being exposed, for the forward, perverse, malicious, spiteful people that they are. Because the Spirit revealing it. Therefore, he that is speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance, when it is punished, pass by him. For the inquisition shall be made unto the counsel of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord, and manifest of his wicked deeds. Which, like you said, what you seeing happening right now, with these Israelite groups being exposed, the church being exposed, these different organizations being exposed, even in the Black conscious community. From I said organizations from A to Z being exposed, for the wicked deeds. And a lot of guys in GMS are being reproved, kicked out, whatever the case may be. Because they the Lord found them to be wicked. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth through and goes throughout all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath and power of the Most High. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. She is the power and the breath of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing through the glory of the Almighty, therefore cannot be defiled. It's like, therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. So if you got one of those characteristics, hey, you ain't got no wisdom. The Lord ain't dealing with you. For she is the brightness of everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High, and the image of his goodness. Right? And being one, she can do all things, and remaineth in herself. She maketh all things new, and the age of all entering, and the age entering into all souls. She maketh them friends of the Most High. And the prophets. Surely the Lord will do nothing but reveal his mysteries unto the prophets. All right? I'm going to jump to Matthew real quick. This is Matthew 13 and 18. It said, hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understand it not, here cometh the wicked one, and catch away that which is sown in his heart. This is he that receiveth the seed by the wayside. And, that's the people who, they hear, they might hear, certain, say, trigger word. It might intrigue them for a second, but then, here comes Satan, take that word away. But he that receiveth seed unto stony places is the same as he that it's like it, that hear the word, unknown with joy receive it. Yet he, it's like it, yet he not root himself, but endure for a while. For when tribulation and persecution arise because of the word, by and by he is offended. And that's the guys who come into the truth. They might endure for a while, but the minute the grief, the hardship, the tribulations, whatever from whatever source, whenever that come, hey, they out. They don't stick around. And like I said, they get offended. He that receiveth a seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke out the word, and he become unfruitful. And that's he that receiveth it by the thorns, as he that heareth the word, and the cares of this world and the riches of this world choke out the word. So putting basically putting everything before this word. So Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom. So this got to be your main focus, your set priority. At least hey, the word get choked out. By the thorns. And choked, like I said, slacking. Choked out by the thorns. This is verse 23. He that receiveth seed unto the ground, he that receiveth seed unto good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it. He that receiveth, verse 23, he that receiveth seed unto good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also bring forth fruit, which also beareth fruit and bring forth some 100 and some 60 and some 30-fold. Starting back with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They learned. They learned. They set themselves down. They did the work. And they brought forth fruit. And each and every brother that they taught did the same thing. And that's they put in the work. They put in the time, the effort. And just like he said in Matthew 28:18, which I'm gonna get. This is Matthew 28:18. And Yahushua came and spake these things, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with thee always to the ends of the earth. Hey, like I said, that's what the apostles did. They learned the knowledge and they went teaching. They went out teaching. Brothers heard them and they came in, and they brought forth fruit. All right. This is Luke, Luke is just reiterating, that seed. This is Luke. Sloppy. This is Luke 8:11. This is the parable. Now the parable is this: the seed is the word of the Most High. Those that receive it, it's like those by the wayside are they that hear, and then come the devil and take away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. They on the rock are they which, when they hear the word, receive it with the word with joy, and these have no root, for a while believe, and in the time of temptation fall away. Right. So going back to you guys who come in the truth, knowing, or you hear about you Israelite and so forth. Even learn a little couple scriptures or whatever the case may be. You endure for a while, and when temptation, at the time of temptation, fall away. And that which fell among the thorns are they which have heard. It's like, are they which, when they have heard, go forth and are choked with the cares and the riches and the pleasures of this life, and bring forth no fruit. So you let the cares of this life, become your priority, and you forget about the the word of the Most High. But that on the good ground are they which in all honesty and good heart, having heard the word, keep it, and bring forth fruit with patience. No man when he had it light, hide it no man when he had it lighted a candle, cover it with a vessel, or put it under a bed, but he set it in the candlestick, that they which enter in may see it. Just like that, like I said, what the apostles, did. They had that light. They didn't try to hide it. Like, oh yeah, we learned this knowledge. We finna, we just go teach it amongst ourselves. No, they went out. They did what Yahushua said, and they went teaching. For nothing is secret and shall be made manifest, neither are things hid that shall not be known. Take heed therefore, now ye know. Take heed therefore, now ye hear. For whosoever had, to him shall be given, and whosoever had not, from him shall be taken even that which he had. So you like I said, you might come in, you might you do the work, whatever. If like I said, you ain't doing this thing wholeheartedly, even that little bit that you got, can to be snatched away from you and given unto him that have it. This is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 6, verse 20. She is unpleasant to the unlearned, and he that is without understanding will not remain with her. So and that unpleasantness is going back to the forward thoughts, your perverse mind, the malicious soul, and the word forward also goes to self-willed, because a lot of you niggas don't like discipline. You don't like to be told what to do, so to speak. And the Lord is all about order, all about discipline. And It's unpleasant. The ways of the Lord are unpleasant to you niggas because you want to do what you want to do. She is very unpleasant unto the unlearned. He that is with, it's like he that is with understanding will not, it's like he that is without understanding will not remain with her. She will lie upon him with a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from to be it. It's like from it be long, be long. For wisdom is according unto her name, and she is not manifest unto many. So a lot of people can't get this wisdom, or can't get wisdom because for whatever reason, you just can't get it. It's a heavy load. They can't handle the pain, suffering, the grief, they can't handle being told what to do. They can't even handle being falsely accused. Verse 23, give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not her counsel. And refuse not my counsel. And put thy feet unto her feathers, and thy neck unto her chains. Bow down thy shoulder, and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. So don't be grieved, with the, whatever it is you got to do, to get this wisdom. So if you got to, cast aside your family, your job, whatever, he said, set aside the waste that so easily besets you. So whatever you got to do to get this truth, get this knowledge, hey, go for it. 25. Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. So constantly stay in them scriptures. Searching out, searching videos, just put in the work, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go. For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned into thy joy. Then shall thy feathers be a strong defense for thee, and her chains be a robe of glory, and thy golden, and there for there is a golden ointment upon her, and her bands are purple lace, which is the kingdom. And thou shalt put her and thou shalt put on as a robe, put her on as a robe of honor, and shall put her about thee as a crown of joy. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught. And if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of elders and cleave unto him that is wise. Listening to the elders. The elders and apostles are a great millstone. The Lord gave them the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and, just following those footsteps. That order, that rank. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. Right. So don't let this word be choked out. Don't let it depart from your mind. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let not thy foot where thy steps. It's like where the steps of his door. Let thy mind be upon the ordinance of the Most High, and meditate constantly. Not just one day a week or 2 days a week. It says, and meditate constantly in his commandments, which is like I said, this word. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. So wisdom at thy own desire. So, with that, I'm gonna say, brothers, do whatever it is you got to do to, get those videos in, to help push forth this word, to wake up the hopeful elect, and with that, I'm gonna say, all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. It's all sincere. I come out the press of the truth and sincerity. Shalom.